Welcome to episode 9 of Emulating Ronaldo Series 2, and it is pretty much nearly the end of the series. There's going to be one more episode, episode 10, where I announce the winner of the Football Manager 2015 competition. So to remind you what you need to do to win that, if you were not picked or selected as a player for this series, then you've got a chance of winning the game by commenting on all the videos, supporting a player or players, or just generally showing your appreciation for the players that are in this series, whatever really. I will basically be putting everyone that has commented on nearly every video into a spreadsheet and selecting one at random, and then in episode 10 I will let everyone know the winner, would direct message them beforehand on YouTube, and then give them a Steam code for the game so they can play FM15, an early Christmas present, or just a present if you don't celebrate Christmas. Anyway, episode 9. It's going to be a short one, so before I get started on the players, I'd just like you to check out the social media side of Golden FM. If you haven't done so already, please follow me on Twitter so you can keep up to date with all the videos. I try and be funny on there as well occasionally, or do my best. I retweet other FM content as well, whether that be videos or articles. But yeah, I've also got Facebook as well, so that's linked. All the tweets go there. So if you don't have Twitter, you can like me on Facebook as well. Just search for Golden Football Manager. All the links in the description below. So like I said, it's going to be a short video because there's not many players left. Now I could search for everyone, all the retired players individually. Like I said in the last episode, for some reason it's not showing in the shortlist the old players. I think they did in previous series. But anyway, I will search everyone manually in episode 10 when everyone's retired, and then see what players are still on the game. Hopefully there'll be a biography. If not, just go back to either this video or the previous video to see your player's last biography, because handily I've allowed the biography to show on each profile, so you can just pause the video and read your biography if you're interested. So here we go. We're going to go from highest value to lowest. So, Mitchell Balzan is valued at the most. At the age of 36, he's still worth 2.3 million, which is very impressive, really. Contract-wise, the highest wage is 175k for Niels Nilheim, which is fantastic. And international-wise, out of the players that remain, the highest cap player is Angelo Iniescu for Portugal. Lowest is in fact 64 for Adolfson. So everyone did get a reasonable number of caps. The players that remain, of course, I think it was Bradley Hendelar, may have got 150 in the end. We can have a search for him actually. I think he was the biggest player. Can't remember his name. Maybe it doesn't exist on here. Perhaps it didn't save his biography. Biography, unfortunately. I will check in episode 10 for everyone. Which is unfortunate that it's not saved everyone, but that's the way it is. So let's go down the list. Mitchell Balzan. Also in episode 10, sorry I keep going off track. Episode 10, I will ask you to vote for your favourite player of the series, or who you think has been the best player of the series. I think that's the best thing to do. Best player, who you think has achieved the most or been the best player. So that will be episode 10, something to look forward to. So Mitchell Balzan, Maltese player, 94 caps, 25 goals, did retire 7 years ago from international duty. Could have got to 100 really, and should have kept on playing. But he stayed with AC Milan for many years in the end, still playing regularly for them, which is impressive considering his position. But when will he retire? That is the question. He still looks a decent player. Achievements wise, managed to win a few things with AC Milan in recent years, because they have in fact won a few competitions. It in fact has been Juventus and AC Milan switching positions every season for the last few years, which is just crazy. What are the chances of that? But Juventus won it this year, but he's won a few titles with AC Milan thanks to dominating a bit more. Oh, in fact they won the Champions League. Have we seen this? I can't actually remember how many years we've holidayed now. 36 last season. Last time was 33, so maybe we haven't seen that. Oh, they won it in 2029. We must have seen it in the last video. I'm getting a bit confused. Maybe we didn't. I really can't remember. So in the recent years, Arsenal, Atletico and Man City have won the Champions League. Atletico have eventually won the league. They had obviously a lot of our very good players. The Champions League, sorry. But they had a lot of very good players. I don't know if anyone still remains at Atletico from our list, but we will have a check to see. So, going down to Roberto Corelli, who has been incredible. In fact, he is at Atletico. One of the best players, if not the best player of the series. That's up to you to decide in episode 10. But in fact, he's been playing for Atletico since the early days. He's only dropped down to the B team for this season. Still managed to get 5 games under his belt. So he should have won the Champions League with Atletico. In fact, he did. He eventually won the Champions League, which is fantastic. Also runners-up at one point. He was Golden Boot in the Champions League as well, with 8 goals at the age of 35. That is very good from Corelli. He's just a phenomenal player and has been the entire series, and still has some very good, especially mental attributes. Bailington, Maximus Bailington. 8 goals in 90 games for Andorra, the 162nd in the world. But he hasn't played for them since 2027, and he's been at Bayern for a long old time, and has managed to win quite a few competitions with Bayern Munich. In fact, they won the league quite a few times, as you can see. So lots of tournaments for him. Our Portuguese goalkeeper, lots and lots of caps. Is he still in the Portuguese team? Oh no, he retired in 2032 anyway, so he didn't. So he's at Roma. He's won whatever this was. Oh yeah, he won the World Cup. Of course, we saw that in the last episode. But he didn't play in the actual team, which is unfortunate. But he still got a World Cup winners medal, which I don't know how many of our players managed that. And then maybe one. He might be the only one, in fact. Our other keeper, Johan Adolfsson, still at MK Dons, never quite managed to push on and become a really, really top keeper. He looks a good keeper. He has been a good keeper. But for whatever reason, he got stuck at sort of mid-table Premier League teams. Got relegated a couple of times. But with MK Dons, they have managed to survive a few times in the Premiership. In fact, they finished 8th. So he's done okay with MK Dons. Finishing a mid-table most seasons. This season was their best and managed to help them to 8th place. Don't know how many more years he has left in him. This may be his last, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. I think the last episode I've holidayed another 4 years, and everyone has definitely retired by the age of 40. So, don't think he ever really won anything, unfortunately, apart from the Championship. Well, he was only promoted from the Championship, in fact. But still, a good keeper. Niels Nyheim, a Norwegian. He retired many years ago. Also playing for Atletico. He's in Atletico's C team now. But he has still been playing some first team games. So let's have a look. Did he manage to be in the Champions League team? No, he wasn't, unfortunately. So he never managed to get that Champions League medal, but he was at a club that managed to win it. So that's something. That is an achievement. And he helped them. Without him, perhaps they'd never have reached those heights. Javier Robertinho, Brazilian, 113 caps for Brazil. Still hasn't retired from international duty, but he's in fact retiring now, so I guess he will be. But he's been at Man City just for this season. He was at Juventus for many years before moving to Man City on a free. So still playing at the top level. He's played for some huge clubs. One of the biggest clubs in Brazil, one of the biggest clubs in Spain, one of the biggest clubs in Italy, and one of the biggest clubs in England. Arguably the best club out of each, some of you would say. So he's been very impressive and has in fact won the Champions League in his last season with Man City. 2-1 win in the final, which is just brilliant. Well done. He didn't score a goal, but he got a Champions League medal, which is fantastic. I don't know if did he win any more? Did he win it with Juventus? Don't think he did. This may actually have been his own. Oh no, look, there we go. He won it with Juventus. And Juventus twice. So he's been a very successful player. Perhaps in episode 10 you'll vote for him to be the best player. 3rd place in the World Cup. Let's see who won the World Cup recently. So Portugal, oh, that's the last one. We don't know who's won it in 2034 yet. So let's see who wins that in the last episode, I guess. I'll try and remember to do that. Liam Lagana, also from Malta, 103 caps, 52 goals in the end, become a bit of an Arsenal legend. Whole career at Arsenal, surely he's on their icons list. If he's not, then that's a bit disgraceful. At least on the icons list, you would say. Is he here, Lagana? You would have thought, there he is, he's a legend. Well done, Liam Lagana. You're an Arsenal legend. I don't know if you might not support Arsenal, but still to become a legend of a club, that's very well done indeed. And he won many things with Arsenal. Won the Champions League, of course, in 2032, and the Super Cup, and the Club World Championship. So well done. You've done incredibly well. And the league. I mean, the league and Champions League double is very impressive. Arsenal have won it twice in the last 3 years. Man United had that spell of dominance, but it's been turned around in the last 3 years. Brentford in the Premiership along with Southend and Swindon. Wow, this is an interesting league indeed. MK Dons, Forest, Brentford, Southend, Swindon, Middlesbrough, Watford up in 4th. Very interesting league. Okay, moving on to Matthew Harmon, who is our Congolese player. 88 caps for them in the end. He's still at Sampdoria, has been there his whole career. Surely a Sampdorian legend or icon of some sort. Let's have a look. Matthew Harmon. Boom, 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 boom. Not on the legends list. Oh, I can't see him anywhere. It doesn't. Oh, there he is. He's on favoured personnel. Come on, he's a one club man. He's led them to glory. And for whatever reason, he's only a favoured personnel. But that's still something, isn't it? They haven't been quite as dominant in recent years, unfortunately. They haven't won anything for a while. They, of course, won that Champions League 6 years ago. But since then, they've been runners-up of a couple of Italian Cups, but haven't quite managed to emulate those heights from the 2020s. He was, in fact, record for fastest goal for Sampdoria, and still being shortlisted for African Footballer of the Year in 2030. In fact, he may have won it at some point. I think he did, yeah. He won it 2025 and 2026. So well done to him. So moving on. Kostas Chilibu, our Greek player, now at Tottenham. Can't remember where he was before. Let's have a look. Oh, he's retired, I think. So he was at Arsenal, in fact. I thought he was. And he's gone to Tottenham on a free. That's controversial. I wonder if he's actually in the Arsenal list. Was he there? Kostas Chilibu? Maybe he was, and he's been removed because he went to Tottenham. There's a lot of players on the icons list. I can't see. You may spot him there. Let me know if you see him. So, at Tottenham, has he managed to win anything in his 2 seasons there? Obviously won the Champions League with Arsenal. Euro Cup runners-up with Tottenham, who Man United won it last season. Arsenal have won it twice. Chelsea, Leverkusen, lots of English clubs dominating every single European competition. Nearly there. Frenciano Man, a Colombian, is at Hertha. Lots of caps for Colombia in the end. Moved from Arsenal, went to Hertha ages ago and has been there ever since. Probably hasn't won anything with them. Runners up at the Super Cup. Oh, German Cup winners. And that's about it really. Copa America runners up. Rob Vernon from Gibraltar, retired many years ago from international duty. At Southampton still, but he's playing in the under-21s, the reserves. Never really had a very good average rating at all. It's strange really, because he helped Southampton finish 4th at one point. They have been relegated this season. Maybe he's going to retire soon. Time will tell. Josh Cunnington, our Australian legend, who has just been immense generally. He was at Sampdoria for many, many years. As you can see, eventually moved into Vicente in Portugal. What's been going on? Benfica and Porto winning every single league title for the last few years. What has he achieved recently, if anything? Of course, won quite a few things with Sampdoria in his time there, but since then hasn't managed to do anything. And lastly, Oscar Anzola, our Venezuelan, 120 caps for Venezuela in the end. Been at various clubs, Liverpool, MK Dons for a spell, before moving to Serie B with Cittadella. And, yeah, that's Serie B. Okay, so achievements wise, has he done anything recently? Probably not. But there we go. That's the players so far that still haven't retired. So in episode 10 I will be manually searching for everyone. For example, myself. I am manager of QPR at the moment. Where are they? In the championship. In fact, I may have just got relegated for them, which is a bit embarrassing. So not doing so well with my management career, relegated from the championship with QPR, unless I've just become manager there, of course. But I will search for everyone as best I can. I've got a list of everyone, so I will search for them. If I cannot find them, then sorry, but you can go back to the previous episodes to see your biographies and see your last achievements before your retirement. And next episode, next series, if I do another one, then hopefully the keep retirement history thing will be working on Football Manager properly, and then that will be very beneficial to the series. But remember to comment on the videos, comment on this video, and I will be announcing the FM15 winner in the next episode, which will be sometime in a few days. We'll leave a few days so people have a chance to watch this video and any other videos they've missed, and then I'll upload it and announce the winner, and you can vote for your favourite player and leave a like, etc, etc, etc. But I hope you've enjoyed the series. Please leave a like on this video, that's much appreciated. Any comments as well, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. See you guys.